Namanda, Vits Namanda, Vits Namanda, 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 Namanda.
Good morning. Welcome to our hybrid virtual in-person service. My name is Sean, and I would like to thank you for attending this morning's Dharma Family and Pet Memorial service. We have floor and temple members joining our service today. Welcome to the Berkeley Buddhist Temple. We will begin this service with a moment of quiet sitting. Reverend C.J. Dunford will strike the bell, and we will sit for 1 to 2 minutes to quiet our minds and prepare to hear the Dharma. Then they will strike the bell again, and we will continue with the service.
Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda, Butsu Namanda, Butsu Namanda, Namanda.
Reverend CJ will offer the dedication and read the deceased pets' names. After the reading of the names, Reverend CJ will chant the Jusei Ge, which is on page 93 of the Purple Service Book. During the chanting, we invite all pet memorial families to come up and offer incense.
Today, on this occasion of the combined Dharma family and pet memorial service, the members of the Berkeley Buddhist Temple have reverently come before Amida Buddha in memory of their beloved pets. Our pets share their unconditional love with us. Through them, we learn about interdependence and compassion. Pets teach us about the impermanence of life. Today, we come together to express our gratitude for the animals that share our lives. With deepest reverence and gratitude for the all-embracing wisdom and compassion of Amida, we affirm the 3 homages. I go to the Buddha for guidance. I go to the Dharma for guidance. I go to the Sangha for guidance. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda Butsu Namanda 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 Butsu Namanda. I'll now read the names of our pet friends. Thunderfoot, Benji, and Bun Bun, parented by Judy. Suki, parented by Lucy. Koji and Nobu, parented by Nadine. Charlie, Kuma, Tiger, Max, Rufus, Yoda, and Skippy. Parented by Kagehiro family. Sakura, Panda, and Trevor. Parented by Rumi. Damien, parented by Lauren. Many, many pets, too many to name, I suppose. Parented by the Ueda Hale family. And Pika, by the Ueda Hale family. Namo Amida Butsu. 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 Namo Amida Namo Amida.
Please rise if you are able to follow along with the Gatha. Oh wait, no.
That's okay. I wanted to sing too. For now, we'll chant. Jusege. Please feel free to offer incense during the chanting. Jusege. Jusege comes from the larger sutra of immeasurable life. In that sutra, the Bodhisattva Dharmakara, who becomes Amida Buddha, declares to the Buddha Lokeshvara Raja their intention to become a Buddha. The three sacred vows referred to, Dharmakara's pledge to, number 1, establish the most incomparable vow in the universe. Number 2, become a great provider and save the poor and suffering. And number 3, attain Buddhahood and have the name heard throughout the 10 quarters of the universe. 가곤 졸세감 희심의졸도 시간 후만속 세이프쇼쇼각 가오무료고 후이다이세슈 후사이쇼빈그 세이프쇼쇼각 가시졸붓도 묘쇼초지포 그교미쇼몸 세이프쇼쇼각 리오그진쇼넨 조에슈본교 시금의조도 이쇼텐닌시 진리기엔다이코 후쇼무사이도 쇼조산금요 고사이슈야그남 가이히지에게 메시건몰람 해소그쇼악도 쯔답센슈몬 고소절만속 이여러 지폴 니지간 슈즈기 텐콜엄프겐 이슈카이홀소 골세 그도그호 조라이 슈츠 세보시시크 그요이 사이븐 그소크슈토크홈 감내시트졸맘 도그이 삼가요 뇨붓무게치 쓰닷미흐쇼 강가그에릭 도시사이쇼솜 시간야코카 나이센노칸돌 고크쇼텐님 도친묘개 나만다비 감리시그도그 묘도세이사이 노호흡보다이심 오조흠 안나고
Please rise if you are able to follow along with the Gatha, Where Have All the Flowers Gone, which is on the handout. Please remain standing for the reading of the Three Treasures 1.
With us too, okay? Is it on? Oh, it's on.
We'd also like to remember all the pets lost during the pandemic and all the wandering pets in Ukraine.
So sad. Where have all the flowers gone? Long time passing. Where have all the flowers gone? Long time ago. Where have all the flowers gone? Young girls pick them, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Where have all the young girls gone? Long time passing. Where have all the young girls gone? Long time ago. Where have all the young girls gone? Gone to young men, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? It's easy, same melody. Where have all the young men gone? Long time passing. Where have all the young men gone? Long time ago. Where have all the young men gone? Gone to soldiers, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Where have all the soldiers gone? Long time passing. Where have all the soldiers gone? Long time ago. Where have all the soldiers gone? Gone to graveyards, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Last one. Where have all the graveyards gone? A long time passing. Where have all the graveyards gone? A long time ago. Where have all the graveyards gone? Gone to flowers, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn?
I will now recite Three Treasures 1 on page 8 of the large service book. Please feel free to follow along. Three Treasures 1. Hard is it to be born into human life. Now we are living it. Difficult is it to hear the teachings of the Blessed One. Now we hear it. If we do not realize the truth in this life, when will it be realized? Let us all reverently take refuge in the three treasures of the truth. I take refuge in the Buddha. May we absorb ourselves in the principle of the way to enlightenment and awaken in ourselves the supreme will. I take refuge in the Dharma. May we be submerged in the depths of the doctrine and gain wisdom as deep as the ocean. I take refuge in the Sangha. May we live in harmony in the great assembly as disciples of Buddha and be freed from all hindrances, becoming units of true accord in the life of harmony, in the spirit of universal oneness, freed from the bondage of selfishness. Even through myriad ages of kalpas, hard is it to hear such an excellent, profound, and wonderful doctrine. Now we are able to hear and receive it. Let us thoroughly understand the true meaning of Tathagata's teachings. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. We will now have a children's Dharma message by Reverend CJ.
Good morning, everyone. I've noticed that people like it when I share books. So today I have a book to share, and it's by the same author of the book I shared last month, Kai Cheng Tam. And the book is called For Laika, the dog who learned the names of the stars. I know it's hard to see in the back, so I actually scanned it and I'm going to put it on the projector. So give me 1 second. Okay, I think the book last time was mostly happy. This one's mostly sad. And it has a lot of things for us to think about. And so I think one thing that's really important for us as Buddhists is that we think deeply about our lives, about the people who affect us and how we affect others. And not just people, but animals too. Because today's pet memorial service, I wanted to share this very special book with you. So I'll read it, and it's on the screen so you can see. Kai Cheng made a nice foreword. And so she says, "To my pack and all the ones who live in the stars now, to all the children who, like me, needed a sad story to see themselves in, to the real-life Laika, thank you for inspiring me to be brave." And then the illustrator says, "To Auntie Deanne, for all your years of guidance, wisdom, and laughter, and to Emma, for all your future dreams and possibilities. Yun Qing." For Laika, the dog who learned the names of the stars, by Kai Cheng Tam, illustrated by Kai Yun Qing. Once upon a time, in the heart of Moscow, the capital of Russia, there lived a puppy whose name was Laika. She had no mother, no father, no parents at all. Instead, Laika lived with a pack of stray dogs like herself. Running wild through the alleyways and crowded streets, they helped each other find food and survive the winter. They cared for each other very much. Cuddling with her pack to keep warm at night, Laika often looked up at the sky filled with stars. "Those are the spirits of dogs who have gone to heaven," said her oldest and wisest packmate, Zhuchka. "Long ago, they were orphans like us. Now they're part of a great family of dogs in the sky." Laika was filled with wonder. Were her parents up there? "What are their names?" Laika asked Zhuchka. The grizzled dog shook her head. "No one knows," Zhuchka said. One hungry day, a man with warm brown eyes and dark brown mustache offered Laika some food. No human had ever done that before. Would you like to come with me, little dog? He asked. I promise that you'll be fed every day. In return, you will help scientists like me find a way to travel to the stars. It may be dangerous, but it will be a great adventure. Laika's heart jumped. Should I go, Zuchka? She asked eagerly. It's up to you, said Zuchka. Though it's always a good idea to be careful with humans. And if you go, know that you will always have a place in the hearts of your pack. I love you, Zuchka, Laika whispered. But if there's a chance I could find my parents, then I have to go. Goodbye, she barked to the other dogs. Goodbye, they barked back. The man's name was Vlad. He took Laika to a laboratory where there are many other dogs and many other scientists as well. We're looking for a way to fly to the stars, Vlad told Laika, and we need the bravest dogs to help us. Laika barked in reply. She would be brave. Vlad stroked her fur and scratched her ears and hugged her tight. What a good dog, Vlad said. Laika was proud. Laika was fed 3 good meals every day, just as Vlad had promised. She had never felt so warm and full in her whole life. She also made friends with Albina, another dog who lived in the lab. Thanks to the scientists, Albina had flown through the sky on a rocket. It was the greatest adventure of my life, she told Laika. Did you get to talk to the stars? Laika asked. Did you learn their names? No, Albina admitted. The rocket didn't go high enough. But if you do well on your tests by being brave and not barking, the scientists may choose you to fly on a spaceship that will. Laika was determined to prove that she was brave enough to meet the stars. From that day on, she didn't even whimper when the scientists did their tests, poking and prodding her with strange tools. Laika is our bravest dog, said Vlad to the other scientists. Laika was so proud. One day, the scientists announced that Laika would be the first dog to fly around Earth's orbit in a ship called Sputnik 2. She was thrilled. But Vlad's warm brown eyes were sad. He hugged Laika so tightly. The trip will be dangerous, he told Laika. You're going where no dog or human has ever gone before. But Laika knew this wasn't true. After all, the stars were dogs who had once lived on Earth. I will be brave, she promised herself. The day before the flight, Vlad surprised Laika by taking her home with him. He fed her the most delicious dinner she had ever tasted and let her play with his children. Laika had never played with humans before. She almost wished she could stay. But she had a journey to go on. She couldn't let Vlad down, and she had to learn the names of the stars. As Sputnik 2 took off, Laika looked out the window. Down below, Vlad was waving. Though Laika couldn't see it, a tear was trickling down his face. I'm sorry, Laika, he said, but she couldn't hear him. Goodbye, barked Laika. Goodbye. The spaceship rose higher and higher, faster and faster and higher. Everything below looked very small. I will be brave, Laika said to herself. Soon the air became thinner, and it was hard to breathe. The spaceship became very, very hot. I will be brave, Laika said. The spaceship rose higher and higher. Laika looked down at the beautiful planet that had been her home. Though it was so far away that she couldn't make out the streets of Moscow, It seemed to her that she could see the faces of those she loved, Zuchka, Albina, and Vlad. Laika looked at the stars, which were much closer than she had ever seen them before, but still familiar somehow. To her surprise, she could even hear them barking. "You are so brave," the stars said to Laika. Many days later, Sputnik 2 flew back into the Earth's atmosphere. As it fell, it burst into flames, exploding so that it shone brightly in the sky. Down below, many people were watching. All of them were thinking about Laika, the brave dog who had flown into space. They were thinking about what she could teach us. This is the story of brave little Laika, the dog who learned the names of the stars. She lives there now, up in the sky, with all the other dogs who had been loved and who have loved and have been loved on Earth. There's Laika and all of her friends. So, in the afterword, Kai Chang Tam says that this book is based on the true story of Laika, a dog who lived in Russia and was part of the first experiments to explore outer space. In 1957, Laika was the first living creature to travel Earth's orbit on a satellite called Sputnik 2. Albina was also a real dog who had flown into space before Laika on a test rocket. Vladimir Yazdovsky was a Russian scientist who was responsible for training dogs for the space program. And in a book he wrote later on, he describes how he really did take Laika to his home for dinner before the flight. "I wanted to do something nice for her," he writes. "She had so little time left to live." This book imagines that Laika had her own reasons for going to space, like wanting to learn the names of the stars and find her family. Because of Laika, we now know more than we did before about space. However, Laika's story can teach us even more important lessons about science and the way we treat animals. Humans often use animals in science experiments. Some people think that it's right because we can learn so much this way. Other people think that it's wrong because the animals can get hurt or even lose their lives. In fact, some of the scientists who sent Laika into space later said that they wished that they hadn't. What do you think? I hope today, on our day of Pet Memorial Service, we can think about other sentient beings, not just other humans, but other sentient beings in the world and how much they can teach us, and how we should be careful about how we treat them. I hope you liked this story today. For now, I'm going to close and end my Dharma talk for the children. Please join me in Gassho. Namo Amida Butsu. 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 Namo Amida Butsu.
Thank you, Reverend CJ, for your wonderful Dharma message for the students. Now please rise if you are able to follow along with the Gatha, join the Dharma line, which is on the handout.
Happier. I'm blocking you. Yeah, this one's happier, and sing along big and strong with me because this is about us all being together and enjoying the time we have today. Okay, and changing the world, yes. Join the Dharma line, join the Dharma line. We live in the Nembutsu, come join the Dharma line. Join the Dharma line, join the Dharma line. We live in the Nembutsu, come join the Dharma line. Change the world, who does? Try with a humbled heart. Storms we face, leave only grace, strong spirits to do our part. Join the Dharma line, come on! Join the Dharma line. We live in the Nembutsu, come join the Dharma line. One more time. Join the Dharma line. Join the Dharma line. We live in the Nembutsu, come join the Dharma line. The Buddha showed the way, the path of least resistance. One, then two, so many new. Our Sangha's still persistent. Join the Dharma line. Join the Dharma line. We live in the Nembutsu. Come join the Dharma line. Join the Dharma line. Join the Dharma line. We live in the Nembutsu, come join the Dharma line. We sing and work together, the truth is there to see. Years may go, our hearts they grow, each day of life's journey. Last chance, join the Dharma line. Join the Dharma line. We live in the Nembutsu, come join the Dharma line. Come on, put your hearts into it. Join the Dharma line, yeah! Join the Dharma line. We live in the Nembutsu, come join the Dharma line. We live in the Nembutsu, come join the Dharma line. Yay, good job, everybody.
We will now have a scholarship presentation ceremony.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. My name is Takashi Nikaido, and although I may not look like it, I am a member of our scholarship committee, and we do give out a couple of different scholarships over the course of every year. One for high school students. We also have another program that we started in 2018 for graduate studies. And it was something that we developed to assist those who are attending graduate studies with the goal of achieving Kyoshi status as Buddhist Churches of America's ministers. This year, we received a request from Reverend C.J. Sokugan Dunford, specifically, and although not specifically related to becoming a minister because they're already a minister, it was one that would further the progression of Reverend CJ's study in exploring voices of queer and trans people and how they navigate their spiritual selves and how they navigate and fit in the communities in which they live as part of postdoctoral studies. And so we reviewed that and we felt that this is in the spirit of what we really want to support. And as such, we are very happy to announce our granting of a scholarship this year to Reverend CJ. And we hope that our contribution will help Reverend CJ further your study and to have an impact and on helping our greater Sangha. So. And that is all I have for today. Thank you.
Now we would like to welcome the following guests. Please wave or stand up when I call your name. Buddhist Church of Florin members. Manel. We will now read the announcements that have been submitted. BBT Buddhist Education class, today at 11:30 in the Hondo. The topic is Buddhism 101. No registration is required. Feel free to join. Asian Cultural Festival, Sunday, April 23rd at 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Civic Centers Park in downtown Berkeley. BBT will have a booth at the event and welcome Sangha members to sharing information about our temple. Please contact Karen Sugiyama for details. BBT Taiko Group and Jiten Daiko at 1:15 p.m. Please come support them. BBT Dharmanar, monthly online study session. Thursday, April 27th at 6:30 p.m. Sign-up link is on our website. Online meditation and discussion, Wednesday, May 3rd at 7 o'clock p.m. Sign-up link is on our website. The 2023 Satsuki Bazaar is back and in person. On Sunday, May 21st from 12 noon to 7 p.m. Food, signature barbecue choice ribeye steak dinner, kalua pork plate, vegetarian curry, udon, manju, sushi, and baked goods. Free entertainment from noon to 3. See the Padma or temple website to pre-order barbecue steak dinners, make a Satsuki Bazaar donation. There are no raffle tickets this year, and link to the online silent auction will be coming soon in early May. Baked goods and silent auction donations over $50 are gratefully accepted. For more questions and information, please contact Karen Kato at kkato@berkeleybuddhisttemple.org. And you have announcements.
Hello and good morning. My name is Reese Manning, and my school is trying to raise money to help for school supplies and field trips. We are raising money by having a readathon. My goal is to read 1 hour for the next 12 days. Please pledge and donate some money for the readathon. Thank you. FYI, I will be in the social hall coming to you guys.
Good morning. My name's Akemi, and I'm this year's Bazaar's facility chair. And we are in need of cardboard to lay down on the kitchen floor. So if anyone is going to Costco, or you have maybe a new appliance in your house or in your future coming weeks, if you could bring the large pieces of cardboard, we need them on May 7th. So anything you have would be greatly appreciated. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Tara, part of the Community Outreach Committee, and so in line with Bazaar, we every year the Berkeley Buddhist Temple donates a portion of the proceeds to a nonprofit in the community, and we call it the Bazaar Annual Gift or Bag. And so I have these forms, and there will also be a link online if you'd prefer that. To vote on a couple of the nonprofits that have been proposed. And part 2 of that is also please nominate some nonprofit organizations for next year. All the information is on the form and also on the link to the form if you're joining us online, and so I'm not going to share it all, but I do want to share the organizations. So one is Courage, Communities United for Restorative Youth Justice, Healing Clinic Collective, and the Episcopal Church of the Good Shepherd in Berkeley, their food program. All right, and so I'll be at the back, and I can hand it out to whoever would like to vote. And then one other note for the Asian Cultural Festival, if anyone would like to help table next Sunday, please let me or Karen know, Karen Sugiyama know. All right, thank you.
Hi, I'm Tina Iwasaki. I just wanted to remind everybody about our annual summer camping trip coming up July 27th, Thursday through Sunday, July 30th. It will be at Manchester KOA up along the beautiful Mendocino coast. So we really encourage everybody who's interested in camping, and there are public restrooms and facilities. So if you need a cabin, just come see me. My name is Tina Iwasaki. And if you need further information, it will be led by our fearless leader, Mike Nagamoto. And so we're all in good hands there. If you have any questions, let me know. Thank you.
Now the students will be dismissed to their classes. Would Dharma School students please go to the front, Oshoko, and go to the classroom? All others are invited to remain for the adult Dharma talk.
morning again. Please join me in Gassho as I share the words of our founder, Venerable Shinran. Nirvana has innumerable names. It is impossible to give them in detail. I will list only a few. Nirvana is called extinction of passions, the uncreated, peaceful happiness, eternal bliss, true reality, Dharma body, Dharma nature, suchness, oneness, and Buddha nature. Buddha nature is none other than Tathagata. This Tathagata pervades the countless worlds. It fills the hearts and minds of the ocean of all beings. Thus, plants, trees, and land all attain Buddhahood. Namo Amida Butsu. 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 This passage comes from our founder, Venerable Shinran's Notes on the Essentials of Faith Alone, in which he is writing a commentary on an important and popular piece of Pure Land Buddhism literature written by his peer and also a fellow follower of Venerable Honen by the name of Seikaku. Master Shinran's Notes on the Essentials of Faith Alone is probably my favorite piece because it has so many points of clarification about our teachings in Pure Land Buddhism. I often think about this particular passage in describing the nature of Buddha and enlightenment as a dynamic force that is constantly at work in the world around us. In Buddhism, the ontological and soteriological goal is liberation from the world of suffering. Many different lineages take different approaches to this goal, and an important foundation for Buddhist worldviews or Buddhist cosmology is the concept of samsara, often called the sea of birth and death, the Saha world, the world of pain and suffering, and other names for the world in which we live. It is taught in Buddhism that there is no essential and individualistic self. We only live in community. When our bodies no longer hold life, we are reborn based on the causes and conditions of our life into this next life. One could say that the me that is reborn isn't a soul or a spirit or essence, rather it's my karma that continues onward into this vast manifestation of existence. Much like I may plant a tree in this lifetime and never live to see it grow into maturity during this lifetime, I may not see the ways in which it provides shade and food for others after I've died. It's very likely that I do not know the people who have planted trees before me, and I may not know that much about the history of each particular tree that offers me both food and a place to rest. In this way, we transmigrate the great sea of birth and death, ignorant of the ways in which the world of karma shapes us, and also to the ways in which our karma shapes the world of others. It's also taught that we may be reborn into different realms based on the activity of our lifetimes, our karma. It's generally thought that if we generate positive merit and accumulate positive karma, we will be reborn into higher realms of existence, ones that have less suffering. Similarly, if we do harmful things that generate negative karma, we're destined to be reborn into realms with more suffering, such as the realms of spirits and ghosts, hell realms, or the realm of animals. Each realm carries its own karma and its own form of suffering. Generally, most Buddhists believe that having been born as a human is the most auspicious birth for practicing the way of the Buddha and seeing into our true nature, as dependently co-arisen and inherently deluded, and not seeing the world as it is. Living life as a human is thought to be the only way for us to break free of the sea of birth and death. For many of us, though, we learn unconditional love and compassion from animals, so we hold services like today to remember our dear animal friends and all that they've taught us in their companionship. I can see Venerable Shinran's thought interfacing with these notions of rebirth, karma, and liberation in the passage that I shared at the beginning of my talk. This passage harkens back to a lesson many of us learned from Reverend Dr. David Matsumoto during his time here at BBT, that we're all Buddhas to be. That includes our dear animal friends. On the one hand, if we embrace the lesson of Buddhas to be, there's a sense of potential, that if we're unhappy with something about ourselves or in others, then perhaps those things will eventually become resolved as we walk the path together. We aren't there yet, but we're all working on ourselves together as Buddhas to be. On the other hand, it's encouraging to know that Buddha becomes us. This means that when we listen to the Buddha Dharma and our understandings of ourselves and others in the world grow more profound, Buddha, the light of wisdom and compassion, may work in our lives in ways that are beneficial to the liberation of all beings, including ourselves. Both these ideas, that we are Buddhas to be and that Buddha becomes us, can be very encouraging thoughts. In this slide, you might see a pretty dog. Her name is Shiba, and she is a wonderful bodhisattva who taught me compassion at a very young age. I'll talk more about her in just a little bit. Compassion is a very important concept in Buddhism because it is ultimately the activity of Buddha in this world. Compassion can be defined as coming alongside someone in their feelings and life circumstances. Because we're ignorant of our interconnectedness, it is very difficult for us to practice true compassion. But Buddha manifests and becomes various things in our lives, from other people to our animal friends, and even plants, trees, and the very land. Buddha is expressing true compassion, becomes all these things in order to teach us compassion. True Buddha is beyond our simple mind's comprehension. So Buddha lets themselves be known to us in taking various forms. This is known as the Buddha body of compassionate means. For me, Buddha took the form in my life as a very young child of Shiba, my dog. I was only 2 years old when we adopted her, and we were very best friends. Siblings, you might say. And the first 10 years of my life, we spent together. We snuggled and played. When I got older, I learned to feed her and give her water. In learning how to take care of Shiba, I learned how much she took care of me. When other people in my life would let me down, even my family, my parents, Shiba was always there for me, just like Buddha. I grew up Christian, so I had no concept of Buddha or the Buddha Dharma growing up, but I do believe that Shiba taught me compassion beyond words, and that she left a permanent paw print on my heart. Many of us here have gathered to remember our deeply beloved animal friends, and it is truly a special occasion to hold in our hearts and minds the love that they have taught us. I believe with all my heart that it's appropriate for us to think of these friends as Buddhas in our lives that taught us how to be just a little bit kinder to ourselves and to others. In this way, they are expressions of Buddha in our lives. With that in mind, I'd like to read the words of Venerable Shinran once more. Please join me in Gassho. Nirvana has innumerable names. It is impossible to give them in detail. I will list only a few. Nirvana is called extinction of passions, the uncreated, peaceful happiness, eternal bliss, true reality, Dharma body, Dharma nature, suchness, oneness, and Buddha nature. Buddha nature is none other than Tathagata. This Tathagata pervades the countless worlds. It fills the hearts and minds of the ocean of all beings. Thus, all our animal friends, plants, trees, and land all attain Buddhahood. Namo Amida Butsu. 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 Namo. So that will conclude our Dharma Family Service and Pet Memorial Service for this month. Thank you all for coming. This is probably my favorite service out of the whole year, so I'm very happy to be able to be here and share with you all. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay. I have lots of thank yous. Firstly, I'd like to thank the Buddhist Church of Florin for providing us with these nice little snack bags. Thank you. You can pick them up in the social hall. There's a nice little thank you note on the top too, so it's very thoughtful. Thank you so much. I lost my place. Okay. I'd like to thank Sean for being our chairperson for today's service. Thank you, Sean. Thank you to Bradley, Myron, David, Vernon, and Romer for helping with today's live streaming service. Thank you to Tony and Ryan for monitoring the chat room for our YouTube channel. Thank you to DI for leading the Gatha and Lauren. Thank you to the April Toban for providing refreshments. And that will conclude our service for today. Thank you to everyone who joined us in person and online. And for those who are here with us today in the temple, we welcome you to offer incense, and please join us for light refreshments in the social hall.